Greetings and welcome back to another episode of WesteroScraft Walks. I'm your host, Chris the Gardener, and today we will be taking a look at Oldstones and Ramsford. So, let's get started. So, right now we are starting at this holdfast. Over here, or over there, you can see Oldstones, and off in the distance you can see the tower house of the village of Ramsford. So, we're starting at this holdfast, which, the reason why is because this holdfast is actually built from some of the stones from Oldstones. So what some of the peasants did was they tore down the walls of Oldstones and they reused the bricks for other buildings, and this is one of these examples. So, first let's take a look at what we have here. Over here, it looks like we have an area for servants. We go upstairs. Looks like we have a barracks. Oh, this is no, not servants. This is a barracks hall. So here we got some places where soldiers would sleep. Here, it looks like we have a place for the garrison commander. There's a helmet there. I don't think there's anything above us. Right next door, we have stables for the knight who overlooks this holdfast, and there's Icebond and a horse, which we will take on our way to Ramsford. It doesn't look looks a little weird right now, but we're soon getting it fixed. Across the yard, we have the kitchen underneath the keep of the holdfast itself. And it doesn't look like there's anything back here, but over here we have the holdfast itself. So here we have the hall for the night of this holdfast. Some beer over here. If we go one more floor up, we have the knight's bed. I imagine this is more of an outpost than anything. Over here we got the garderobe or the privy. Didn't take a good look at what's outside, and upstairs it looks like we have, up this ladder, we have some storage. We got a chest in here, some crates and baskets, and here we have another bed with a nice closet for the belongings of whoever lives in this room. Really nice brick build. Not brick. I'm used to thinking about about Lego build, so I mean block build, not brick build. Let's close that. So yes, that's the holdfast, made from the stones of Oldstones. There might be some other buildings in the area. I have to temporarily destroy this. Yes, just putting on record, I put it back. And, well, it looks like this horse can jump, so yeah, we are out of the holdfast. And let's make our way to Ramsford. It's a bit of a walk, so that's why I am taking a horse. Yeah, so the village of Ramsford, which is where we're going to go to next, we don't know its canonic location. We just know that it's along the Blue Fork, and, well, across from Oldstones is where we place it. There's a bridge. Oh, wait, I think it's the Oldstones bridge, but at Oldstones there's a bridge which goes to across the bank to Ramsford. But we won't be crossing that. We are going to be crossing the ford itself, where we ended the last video. So we go over here, see the village in the distance. We're going to take a left. You can see the bridge for Oldstones right there. But we're not going to go across that. We are going to go across the ford. So over here, the ford is a shallow area where we can actually cross, and there's a lot of... It looks to be a lot of skeletons on this ford. That's interesting. I wonder what those blocks are. I don't really have my HUD open right now, so I can't really tell what those blocks are. I have a feeling they're like some stony sand block that got changed with the biome, but here we are on the other side of the ford and into Ramsford. So we'll explore the village in a bit, but first let's go inside the keep of Ramsford. So I believe a knight resides here. Let's just leave our horse here. A knight should reside in this tower here. So here we have the hall. It looks like the knight has a dog, and that's where the dog sleeps, right next to the fire. We got some rafters, the staircase over there, and over here we have the entrance to the kitchens down here. So this is where all the food would be prepared for this holdfast. It's a very small one. If we go upstairs, we have the bed for the night. And if we go even further up, we have like the... I think this is the... Oh, I'm forgetting the term for it right now. I can't remember the term right now, but we basically have an area for either servants or like soldiers who also guard the holdfast to sleep, and we got like some hoardings. I think these ones are permanent, but some hoardings are all around the top of this part of the tower. You can see in all directions. Let's go back down and explore the village before we take a look at Oldstones. Yeah, these holdfasts I really like because they're small, and like I can see myself building this in like a survival world. Maybe not to the same detail, but something that looks nice. So here we are in the village of Ramsford. Let's start over here. There's a house with some chicken coops that we passed by. Over here, it looks like we have a... It looks like we either have a... Oh, it just looks like we have a farmhouse. So this is like the main room where like the farmer would eat, cook, store stuff, and this is where he would sleep. And it looks like this is just a farmer, maybe married, but it doesn't look like there are any children's beds. Over here we have what looks like a pig pen. If I can just hop over the fence. We can't really get inside, but you can kind of see there's a small area for the pigs to live, and there's a lot of mud for them to roll around in. Over here, we have the another farmer who tends to those pigs. Or is it that person who tends to the pigs? Because the... no, I think this is the person who tends to the pigs, and the pen is just attached to the house. But this farmer, it looks like they have peas. Yes, peas or herbs in their yard. Over here, a lot of these I'm going to assume are farmers, but we have another house here, and it looks like this family has a baby or small child, although I don't know why there are clothes hanging above the crib. That just looks like a very bad way for the child to catch cold. We've got the cooking area, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this house. Yeah, like a lot of these houses are very similar. This one has a child. I don't think there's like anything that important about the village of Ramsford. We probably have some more farmers. Here we got another pig pen. This one's open. Another house over here. And over here we have the communal garden, I'm guessing. It seems these people really love their cabbages, since we got 1, 2, 3, 4 beds of cabbages. And a lot of herbs. That's a lot of cabbages. So, over here, it looks like we have more pigs or maybe chickens. We've got some sour leaf growing over here. Although I don't think this is... actually, this might be sour. It might actually be something else that they're trying to portray with the sour leaf block, but we could use a little more, but we kind of just settle with what we have. Let's just take a look in this house. It's a very small house. And yeah, that's pretty much the village of Ramsford. So, we're just going to walk the rest of the way. I think our horse is safe at the holdfast over there. So, close by we have the start of 7 streams. You'll see where the start of it is once we cross the bridge. But here, we have this road, which crosses the bridge, meets the road from Fairmarket on the other side, and it will continue all the way to Seaguard, which I believe Dutchguard has made an episode on Seaguard already, so you could go check that video out. And here we are at Oldstones. You can see that it's really overgrown. You can barely make out any of the remnants of the castle. Well, the few foundations that remain. So over here we have the start of 7 streams, and the start of the Blue Fork. And if we continue going down south on the Blue Fork, you'll eventually reach Fairmarket and the confluence of the Trident. So let's start to climb Oldstones. So I really like Oldstones because, the first thing is that I like ruins, because they add a lot of history to, or they contribute a lot of history in a fictional world. I mean, and ruins in real life are also beautiful to look at too, but for Oldstones specifically, I really like the lore behind it. It used to be the seat of House Mud until the Muds were defeated by Andals, I think. I think it was the Justimans who vanquished them, or was it the Arryns? I can't really remember off the top of my head, but the Muds used to live here, and I believe the last king of of the River Kings, Christopher IV Mud, has a sepulcher at the top, which we will see. It is a bit of a walk to Oldstone, since the path here runs around the hill twice before we even reach what used to be the gates of the castle. But another reason why I like Oldstones is the song Jenny of Oldstones. And I don't think I can really sing right now, but I'll just say the song. So high in the halls of the kings who are gone, Jenny would dance with her ghosts. the ones she had lost and the ones she had found, and the ones who had loved her the most. The ones who had been gone for so very long, she couldn't remember their names. They spun her about on the damp old stones, spun away all her sorrow and pain. And she never wanted to leave. And the never wanted to leave part really, it's a refrain, and so it repeats. But it's a really nice song. There are a lot of versions that I like, but I think my favorite version of Jenny of Oldstones has to be the one by Florence and the Machine, which I think is a really beautiful version of it. Of course, I wish I could sing it like how Podrick did in Season 8 of the show, and surprisingly, we actually do have our own version of Jenny of Oldstones. If any of you remember the episode from Long Table, where at the end, like, I did have a music block playing Jenny, kind of just like a slowed down version of our Jenny of Oldstones. I forgot who made that version, but I do have the link, so I will pin it in the comments so you all can listen to it. It's a really nice version, and once we got our sound blocks fixed and I just overhaul all the sounds, I would very much like to do something with that block. Yeah. So here we are towards the top of Oldstones. That was a really long journey. So here we are approaching where the gates would have once been. Of course, all we can see now are the old foundations. So one more climb here, and you can see the ruins of the old walls. Of course, we don't really know what the layout of Oldstones would have been. I don't think Banty kept an unruined copy of it somewhere, but I guess that it does add to the mystery of it. Like, what did Oldstones look like back in the day, or back in its heyday? We got some crumbling stone over here, probably toppled from when it was torn down to use its bricks for other buildings. And over here, it looks like we have a clue for one of our scavenger huts. We do have those. Those are really fun to just run around and find clues. We can navigate our way to the center. Over here, we have the sepulcher of Christopher IV Mudd. We got the roses just growing over the tomb. In the books, Robb Stark and Catelyn Stark actually contemplate about Christopher and Oldstones before, as they're making their way to twins for Edmure's wedding. I think this is a good place to end. It's just a really beautiful place. Like, there's just something beautiful about this overgrown ruin that I just really like, and I find it's very peaceful. But that's where I'll end the video. I'll just stand on the stone, just maneuver myself so I'm standing atop all this foliage. But yeah, so it looks like we only have one more castle left in the Riverlands, and you all wanted to see Derry, and I would very much like to explore Derry. So after we explore Derry, we will then move on to the castles of the Vale, since that is the next location you all would like to visit. Let me know in the comments what castles in the Vale you would like to see. I'm not adding any more castles to this Riverlands progress. This has taken quite a while. I think I'm ready to move on to another region. But yeah, so let me know what castles you'd like to see in the Vale, and I will come up with an itinerary for my Vale progress. But until then, I hope you enjoyed the video. I am Chris the Gardener, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.